times, and I haven't brought her up before today, but she was kind of common sense. When you asked her an idea like photo ID, she'd say, why not? And I think that's what Missouri voters think. They say, why not? Because when you go to the bank and you present your photo ID, why do you have a photo ID? In order to protect your hard-earned dollars you put into that bank to make sure somebody's not taking them from you. And when you go to get on the plane like Secretary Hoseman is, you have that photo ID to make sure that you're protected when you get on that plane. Now, why in the world would it not make sense to make sure and protect your vote every time you cast it, to make sure you have a photo ID? So I'm like my mom, and I say, why not? Its time has come, and yet my opponent has said it's extreme and unfair. Now, are you like me, you disagree? I don't think it's extreme and unfair. I think it's common sense. Do you agree? Well, then it is in this election, it is time we're going to have to roll up our sleeves, and we're going to have to get the job done. Because you remember what happened in the city of St. Louis in 2000. I've talked about it before. Where in the city of St. Louis, they held the polls open past 7 o'clock. Yet organizations like Acorn have been across our state putting forth fraudulent voter registration forms. You got counties like Reynolds County who have up to 25% more people on the rolls than people that live in the county. Now, I don't know about you, but my common sense tells me that's a recipe for voter fraud, and a simple idea like photo ID is going to help solve that problem. And I'm looking forward to working with you to get that done if you elect me as your Secretary of State come November 6th. And I want to be able to do that for you. Right now that I think matters, and that's the area of ballot language. And for some reason, Secretary Carnahan has made it her own personal priority to put forth her personal political opinion every time she's writing the ballot summary and the ballot title. And I think it's time that the people's voice be represented, and that's why I'm calling for the Fair Ballot Commission, to make sure that the idea that our founding fathers said, and we the people, to make sure that people who are elected to government held accountable, is put forth. And the idea is that if anyone believes the Secretary of State has written ballot language that's unfair or biased or has politically charged terms like Secretary Carnahan, then you'll be able to call forth this commission, and they'll have the opportunity to be able to write that ballot summary and ballot title, which is exactly the type of accountability that we need in our state government. And I'm not afraid of that type of accountability, but apparently my opponent is, and some of our liberal newspapers are, because they said your voice of accountability is politically meddling. I don't know about you, but I don't think they understand the way our founding fathers created government, because your voice is exactly what's make sure our government works the way it should be. And I welcome it. I want to get that done and get the Fair Ballot Commission so you don't have to worry about the 8 years we've had Robin Carnahan going forward. You know that you're going to have someone there to represent your voice, and that's the people's voice, and that's the type of accountability we need in our state government. I want to be able to do it for you. Tell you something, man, this charges me up to be here right now and to see what's happening right here. And how many of you folks have taken time to volunteer to come do what the folks are doing at this table to make sure that you get the ballots and the leaps and the things you need to get done on the doorsteps? This is what we need to do, but more important, over here on the phones. Now, I've worked a lot of campaigns, and I don't normally do this, but I've picked up the phones and I've done exactly what they're doing, because we cannot do this alone. So I'm going to make this short so you can get back on the phone, because we need your help. But I'm going to tell you, in the time period that I've been in elections before, I've never seen a time where we need more people to be involved than we do today. And that means you need to be here volunteering every spare moment that you have at these victory headquarters. But then in addition, when you're at the supermarket and you run into somebody you haven't talked to in a long time that you know, I would encourage you to have a conversation about who they're going to vote for and let them know who you're voting for. And when you're at church and you're in the Sunday school or you're in the hallway of your church, bring that conversation up, because I think people are looking to you for your leadership to know how you're voting. And it even matters in your neighborhood to make sure you're getting out and going door to door. That's exactly what Victory Headquarters is about. And we're going to be able to get this done if we roll up our sleeves and we work together. And so I'm looking forward to working with you to make sure that come November 6th, we've left no stone unturned. that the Democrats know that when every time they turn a street corner, that there's a Republican that's working to make sure we earn the vote for November 6th. And so together we can do this. I look forward to doing that with you. And if we do that together, you're going to see President Mitt Romney, Vice President Ryan, you're going to see Senator Todd Akin, you're going to see Governor Spence, you're going to see Lieutenant Governor Kinder, hopefully Secretary of State Schoeller, then you'll see Attorney General Ed Martin, and last but not least, but our good friend Cole McGarry's your treasurer. Together we can do that, and I look forward to doing it with you. Thank you.